What's going on? You looking for this? What the? Oh, the Archmage spoke of an evil presence in the school, but I never thought that I was the presence. I was under your nose the whole time and you didn't even notice. Are you something like my evil self? I'm no petty sideshow conjurer. I'm the greatest sorcerer in the world. Monkus?
The one and only son of Archwitch Mortroga, shapeshifter and evil genius.
Whose big fat hairy green butt we kicked last time?
But not this time. The alliance will break, and the kingdom of shadows will rise again with me as its leader.
What did you do to my golem? He was supposed to clean the school.
Well, it appears that your golem obeyed his true master's orders.
But it's supposed to defend the Archmage. Why doesn't the pisspot do something?
He can't. I fear that the spell, which the slate provided, well, it contained more than just the order to live.
The slate was from you.
Ah! Light bulb moment! Just like the dragon's sweat, the only ingredient for the magic ink that you were not able to find. We encountered each other when I put the sweat into the desk drawer. Remember? Ah!
I have to admit, I'm a little impressed. How did you fool us like that?
Well, it wasn't easy. It took a master of intrigue to manage it.
Perhaps true. You were in my first class too, right?
The boy, the headmaster, I was both of them. I was looking for a way to get at the Archmage.
Impressive. Maybe you could free me and tell me more about it.
You're such a transparent liar, Weathervane. It's shocking.
You're a monster. So what are your plans?
Oh, so this is the part where the bad guy tells the hero his plan so he can scupper it at the last moment. No, not this time. Nothing is going to stop me killing the Archmage.
You want to kill Alistair? You don't stand a chance. He's become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
I admit his magical powers are impressive. And he can sense my presence. As soon as I get within a few meters of him, he recognizes my evil intentions.
But how are you... Oh.
That's right. Not magical powers, young friend. Good old physical strength will be his end. One hit from a machine that is neither good nor evil. He won't even know what hit him. You, go on ahead. I'll follow soon.
No! I'm a teacher and a graduate mage. I demand that you release me immediately.
Otherwise, what?
I feel the blood rush into my head. And I don't have a handkerchief with me in case my nose starts to bleed.
No tissues amongst all this stuff you've been lugging around with you. But there is this.
That's mine! Give it back!
Just as delicate as peace in a world without the Archmage.
Do you want to pretend that never happened? I mean, that was pretty embarrassing, right? The way you wanted to break that little thin wand and weren't able to. Remember? That one over there, you know, that skinny little wand on the floor, the really thin one that you couldn't break. That one. Nice one, Muscles. I'll stop you. You're not going to do anything to Master Alistair.
Oh, really? Master Wilbur Weathervane, the big hero, will prevent it? The very same Master Weathervane who built me the weapon I need?
No!
What will people say when it's your golem who crushes the Archmage? And that's not all.
No! I can't get any closer to it, but I got the skull and a little bone that was hanging off it. I think that's the key to the shackles. It was given to me along with the other keys when I accepted the teaching job. Just a little bit further. We gnomes are optimists by nature when it comes to physical characteristics, but I'm afraid the key is still out of my reach. Timmy!
What are you doing, Mr. Professor?
Long story. You gotta get me out of here, okay? Fast!
Okay, what do you want me to do?
The key on the desk, Timmy. Can you reach it?
I can't get up there.
I thought you were really good at climbing.
Yes, but not flying.
Well, think of something. Timmy, a thread from the curtain. Can you bite one off? Well done! Hey, Timmy, I've got something for you. Catch! Great! Now, please tie the hook to the end of the thread. Excellent! A grappling hook. Can you use the grappling hook to climb onto the desk, Timmy? Great! A wooden ruler. They used to be used not only to draw straight lines and measure out distances, but also as a substitute for a cane. The ruler, Timmy, can you push almost half of it over the edge of the desk? I've got an idea. Perfect! All right, grab the key. Okay, Timmy, this is where it gets tricky. Please stand on the end of the ruler. I know, the chances are 1 in a million, but we've got to try. Time is running out. Ready? Go! The shackles, fast! I love it when a plan... Ah! Ow! Well, I'm free. Well done! Now listen to me. You run as fast as you can to your Uncle Remy and tell him that there's an attack planned on the Archmage. Got it?
An attack on Master Alistair?
That shapeshifter Monkus is behind it. And he has a golem. My golem.
We can do it. I'll get Uncle Remy.
Got it! Let's hope I can do something with it.
Stop. Admission only by written invitation.
But the Archmage is in there and he's in mortal danger.
Yeah, right.
But...
Look, I'm sure he can look after himself.
The invitation? Oh, here you go.
Ah!
Oh, just in time.
Ah, Wilbur, good to see you.
Hello, Archmage. Good to see you too. No! 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 Stop! Yeah!
Enough! I should have known that you'd be there, Monkus. This is the last time you hurt Aventasia. I'm going to have you imprisoned and...
Alistair!
Ooh!
Danger! We have an intruder! Wilbur Weathervane! What the...
You're too late, Shieldhand. The Archmage has been murdered. By him!
But... what? How?
He has murdered the leader of the Alliance, which makes me the new leader. Arrest him, Shieldhand!
But...
Wilbur, this way. Quick, put this on.
Stop them! Out of the way!
The Archmage, we have to...
We can't do anything right now. We should first consolidate our position and gather information. What happened exactly?
Monkus is behind all this. He tricked us all.
Monkus, the sorcerer.
He can use his amulet to transform himself. He assumed the role of the street urchin and the school headmaster, at least temporarily.
We never found him in the Tower of Evil. And how could we? He must have disguised himself as one of our own soldiers and come with us to Seastone.
The golem has never really listened to me. That damned magic slate whispered him his real commands. I built the weapon which tried to kill the Archmage.
If you want to blame someone, then start with me. I encourage you to build the thing. It was my duty to not just think of the good, but also the bad it could cause. And your wand, what was that all about? The Archmage is the most powerful mage I know, and I saw him being turned into a frog, just like that.
I don't know. It behaved strangely yesterday in class, too. But I never would have thought that it was so powerful that even a little girl... It was the wand. The whole time. It did all the magic, not me. It's so powerful that even a little girl... It's all my fault. I didn't recognize Monkus, and I didn't realize there was a dark force coming from my wand because...
Wilbur.
Because, in reality, I'm not a mage at all.
What's the situation?
Not good. Another 2 of us have been turned into hamsters. The town is a nightmare in pink. The resistance has collapsed and the lower town is more like a ghost town. The Van Buren girl is transforming everything that is in her mother's way. There's nothing we can do to stop it. How's our patient doing? Come on, Wilbur. You can't go on like this. You've been lying there for days. We need your help.
I've already helped enough.
How many times have I told you it wasn't your fault? But even if that's what you want to believe, please help us sort out this mess. We have to get the wand of Van Buren's daughter and find a way to destroy it. And none of us knows about magical wands. You're the only one who does.
Find someone who knows more about magic than I do. Shouldn't be hard.
There are no mages left in the city. Most have fled or have been transformed by Van Buren. You're the only one left.
I don't know a thing about magic. I just waved a magic wand around and if all went well, I was able to light a fire. A little girl could transform entire cities with the same wand.
But you still know more about magic than we do. And then there's your legendary ingenuity.
Where did it get me? I killed the Archmage and plunged the world into chaos.
The world is always in chaos. And Alistair might still be alive.
Master Alistair's gone. He was transformed and we left him.
We don't know if they've killed him. The council leader might be keeping him as a trophy. Van Buren has turned his school hall into a headquarters because the Archmage's office in the Mage Tower is hiding from her. And all the rat holes in the school have been blocked off, so we don't know what is going on in there.
You gave me the wand back in the day. Where did you get it?
I'm on my way there now to look for clues as to how it can be destroyed. Will you come with me?
I can't. I'd just make things worse.
No, you wouldn't. And you've wallowed in self-pity for long enough.
Hey.
There's no place for layabouts or cowards in the Resistance.
That's not...
Yeah? It's not what, Wilbur?
You're right. I'll go back to the White Ridge Mountains.
Fine. Then go home and wait until the war comes to you. But my ring stays here.
Hey, don't! Ah! Ah!
If you want to know what's going on with the wand, find me at the entrance to the lower cage.
What's this? Some kind of little bag. I'll take it with me. This must be garbage from the upper town. A fur collar that looks almost new. Why would you throw something like that away? One could have given it to the poor, or even left it on the chinchillas. Ah! That's, all I wanted. The cook brought me the water skin on the second day. It was high time, too. I was dying of thirst. It's made of rubber. That's pretty unusual. Water skins are usually made from everyday materials, such as animal stomachs, and the like. Not something exotic like rubber. The cook hasn't left my side for a moment. Remy probably told her to watch me. I think she's a little cuckoo. She mumbles to herself all the time. Hello.
My God, oh God! My, how you've grown!
I'm, Wilbur.
Stu,
You're the cook, and your name is Stew. Isn't that kind of metaphysical? In a cosmos composed of names, billions upon billions of names, you, a cook, are named Stew. Destiny? Fate? Blind chance? Mere coincidence? A fine kettle of fish, indeed.
no such thing as coincidence. Cause, effect, that's all. Ethel's my name. Want some stew?
So you're the cook here in the rats camp?
Yes. I am good at mixing things. Was a lab rat for years.
You worked in a lab?
For a mad alchemist, until it got too dangerous. Wanted me to trial a face cream that would make you look 10 years younger. I was only 2 at the time.
Oh, right. I get it.
From then on, I tried to be really stupid, attempted to fail at every experiment. The question is, if one tries to fail and is successful doing that, has one really failed?
Can I ask what happened to your leg? An alchemistical accident?
No, I gnawed it off myself.
What?
Down there in the cave. You'd have done the same, ooh.
Somehow I just really doubt that.
There are monsters there, I'm telling you, and they've got it in for us. If you have to choose between your leg and your life, then you nibble.
If you know a lot about alchemy, then you can brew potions, right? Like shrinking potions, for example.
Oh, don't hold much store by magic potions. People start craving them. Start with weak potions from itsy-bitsy little vials, then at some point they aren't enough anymore. Suddenly it's got to be small potions, then medium, then large, then epic.
A single vial that would shrink me back to the size of a rat would be enough for me.
Oh, no, much too dangerous.
I couldn't help but notice that you, sometimes mumble to yourself.
I'm thinking.
Well, most people do that silently.
Oh, because they aren't thinking properly. You aren't asking the pertinent questions.
For example?
If glue sticks to anything, then why doesn't it stick to the inside of the glue tube? Why do noses run, but feet smell? Why is abbreviation such a long word?
I, don't know.
You see, you take these things for granted, but it's completely mad.
Perhaps one can ask oneself too many questions. What do you reckon?
If a theatre has been filled to the last seat, who has this last seat been reserved for? And how did the inventor of the clock know what time it is?
How do you come up with these things?
There are unanswered questions all around us, and no one is doing anything about it. If you eat pasta first, then antipasta, have you eaten anything at all?
Maybe you shouldn't ask yourself all those questions. Or, at least, not all at once.
Oh, it can do your head in. Was on the brink of creating a self-help group, but then I thought, self-help group? Isn't that a contradiction in itself?
Yeah, maybe some questions don't need to be answered.
But are we not here to answer questions? That's why I love alchemy. It gets to the bottom of life's deepest ones.
What are you cooking?
Stew. It's always stew.
Tasty. What kind?
It's always the same, has been for years, but new things are added every day, whatever happens to appear. If you want stew, come back later, it isn't ready yet.
It was nice to have met you, Ethel.
Knew you already. You lay in Timmy's bed for days. Why? It wasn't your fault what happened to the Archmage.
You think? Imagine if a few rats were to die because it turned out that, in reality, you couldn't cook. How would you feel?
Not good. I'd blame myself. Would feel stupid. But Monsieur de Dumas requests your assistance. You can't leave him in the lurch.
I tried to help last time too, and it ended in disaster. Who can say that it won't happen again?
Questions, questions, tricky questions.
If I was still small as a rat, I could easily leave the caves. The rats have their secret entrances to the city everywhere. Maybe if I'm very careful... Ouch!
If you want something to eat, ask.
Hey, that's a night that says knee. A huge mountain of rubbish, tons of it. And I just happened to find a carved figurine of my very favourite hero. It's a sign. I've read all your stories. He was brave and proud, and he never gave up. Because of you, I wanted to experience adventure and left the White Ridge Mountains. And you were only a story. A bell. I guess it's there to get people's attention. Which is usually what bells are for. Should I ring it or not? Do I really want the attention of someone up there? But the hole seems to be the only way if I ever want to get out of here.
Yes? Are you finally finished?
Bill? That you?
Weathervane, a black cat must have crossed my path.
Yes, it's me. Could you maybe lower me a rope?
No way, you're a wanted criminal. There are posters of you up all over.
No matter what they say, I didn't kill the Archmage.
Anyone with any brains knows that. You couldn't have harmed a hair on the Archmage's head, even if you wanted to. But as long as that's the official version of the story, I'd rather not think about it out loud.
There are posters of me hanging everywhere.
Here, not a bad likeness if you ask me.
Wanted for the murder of Archmage Alistair, the scurvy, dangerous, armed and stinky fiend Wilbur Weathervane. I don't stink. Or if I do, it's only because I spent a few days in bed.
I told them if they wanted to catch you, they'd have to put a serious bounty on your head.
Would you betray me?
If the price is right, sure. But until then, I'm keeping my head down, like everyone else who's got any sense. Well, you gotta be smart these days, or you'll end up running around in a pink tutu, or worse.
How's it look up there? How are things in town?
Dreadful. Not a customer in sight. It's almost as bad as during the war. I should have known. Politicians are bad for business. Every last one of them.
Come on, get me out of here, Bill. I won't cause any trouble.
That'd be a first.
Please, I want to leave town.
Don't blame you, but it's too risky. If Van Buren catches me, she'll probably turn me into a pink, doe-eyed petting lamb.
Come on, for old time's sake.
I'm not putting my neck on the line for you. Ask your friends, those darn rats.
Bill? Bill, are you there? He'll never help me unless there's a juicy profit in it for him.
Ah, Wilbur, there you are. Have you changed your mind?
No. I just want to get out of here.
Highly regrettable.
What do you want down there in that dark hole?
I found your wand down there years ago. My grandfather, a true rat adventurer of lore, climbed into that hole just to find out what was down there. When he didn't return, everyone thought he was dead, apart from me.
You followed him?
Despite all the warnings, but I didn't find him. Instead, I found a wand. Just as I began examining it, a terrifying ghost set upon me, and I fled. I don't know why I took the wand with me. Perhaps it wanted to be taken. When a little gnome came down to our town some years later, with big ideas of becoming a mage,
I was very proud of my wand and... Oh. How did the magic wand get there? And whose was it?
I don't know. There are old ruins down there, and lots of terrible tales. If I can find out whose wand it is, then perhaps I can find a way to break its power.
The wand. It began behaving weirdly a few days earlier. I thought I was getting better at magic. I should have paid more attention.
And Alistair should have examined it more closely. And I shouldn't have asked you to build the golem. No one is to blame for what happened, or we're all to blame, whichever way you choose to see it. What is important is that we get up and go again.
No, it's crucial that we think first. The last time I just carried on, and we know how that ended up. This ghost that followed you back then, do you think it's still down there?
I haven't dared return to the darkness for years, because I'm convinced of it.
Then maybe you shouldn't go back down there.
Perhaps you're right, but someone's got to go and find out what's going on with that wand, right?
Remy?
Courage and conviction, Wilbur. Courage and conviction.
Good luck. There isn't much you won't find down here. Hamster wheels, for example. Someone had to install the pipes down here. How did they get into the underground? And even more importantly, how did they get back out? Ah! What the heck? Hey, what's the big idea? Did you build this trap? I'd love to, but I'm stuck. Hey, stop that! Stop that! Are you nuts? Hey, little fella, I could use some help here. Hello? I think it's trying to hide from me. I probably scared it. Got it! Hey, you! Hi there! I just want... An approximately fist-sized stone. That would really hurt if it hit me in the face. I hope it stays on. There we go. Great. And now, the old heave-ho. That got it. Hey, wait. I'm not going to hurt you. The rope held me once. Maybe it can again.
Monsters Ethel was talking about. Better if I have a plan on how to overpower it before it notices me.
Oh, hello. You must be the terrible monster that was destroyed by my son's wonderful trap.
I'm Wilbur Weathervane. You're not going to eat me or anything, right?
Wilbur? You're not Nate's little friend, the one that was caught by the orcs in the wildlands?
You know Captain Nate?
Know him? We idolize him. Without him, I'd never have met the love of my life, Esther. Gulliver's the name. Welcome, Wilbur Weathervane. Feel at home. Any friend of Nate's a friend of ours.
I remember Captain Nate talking about zombies who helped him in the wildlands. Anyway, what brought you here to Seastone?
A better life. If you can make it in Seastone, you can make it anywhere. Hard work still pays round here. I learned that from Bill. He got us the job here.
Bill the merchant?
The most successful trader in Seastone. Only just arrived in town and we're working for a man like that. Not bad, eh?
I'm not so sure if Bill is really such a great guy.
How can you say a thing like that? It was him that smuggled us into town, even though zombies aren't exactly popular here. Sure, it wasn't cheap, but Bill has his costs, and he created a possibility for us to work off our debts. We build these slates for him. They're a hit, he says. He always wants more.
Hey, I had one just like that.
You see? A hit. Bill has a nose for good business. I'll work hard and learn from him. Then I can finally offer my family what they deserve.
My magic slate was evil, and it deceived me.
Magic slate? Poppycock. They are neither made out of slate, nor are they magic.
If they're not magical, how do they work? Because I don't see any gears.
I don't really know. Has something to do with the intelligent stone, as Bill calls it. Fell from the sky one day in a blaze of light. I cut off a thin slab, set it in a wooden frame, and then give it an almighty electric shock. That's all.
You pump electricity into the rock and that wakes it up?
Yes, you could put it like that. Unfortunately, it doesn't work anymore. It's a serious problem. How am I supposed to finish the last batch if I don't have any power?
And Bill came up with the idea for the slates. I never would have believed it.
Why not? He's very innovative. He copied the idea from a trader down south with his very own eyes. At first, he had a couple of carpenters from the lower town work on it, but they just kept wanting more and more gold, didn't give Bill a chance. He had to let them go and shift production down here. We were lucky that we were standing at the gates at just the right moment and were looking for a job. And now we're just one batch away from earning our own gold.
How do you deliver the slates to the upper town?
Have you seen the hole above the pile of rubbish? Bill lowered us down through it, and every time we finish a batch of slates, we ring the bell and he sends down a basket.
So the hole in the ceiling's the only way out of the underworld?
The only one I know about. And we don't need any more. The current batch is our last. Esther, Nate and I will be pulled out of this stinking place and can finally begin our undead lives in earnest up there.
When will the next delivery be ready?
Never, by the look of things. No electricity.
If I help you, will you take me with you when you leave?
Why not? If you help us, we'll help you too. Of course we will.
Right. Then, so why don't you have electricity?
That's what I would like to know. I guess it's got something to do with those darn rats. They use the same cables as us. They probably wanted to sabotage production.
I can't believe that. The rats are very nice.
Nice? They attacked my wife, wanted to eat her. And now I'm sure they want to prevent us from working our way out of poverty. Don't talk to me about nice. Yes, we promised an old friend we'd name our first child after him.
And this little robot?
Nate.
Nate?
We promised Nate we'd name our first child after him. We actually wanted to wait a bit, but my little cherry blossom started having problems with depression, said I worked too much and that she felt lonely. You know how women are.
Nope.
So then we built Nate. Well, we started him off at least. He did the rest himself. He's a great little inventor.
Nate built himself?
Once he could hold a screwdriver, there was no stopping him. But he doesn't only tinker with himself, he invented most of the machines in here.
That thing too? It's really impressive. What does it do?
That? He got it in his head that a machine could do my work quicker. But as you can see, it's not working.
I think I scared Nate earlier.
He's shy and has never seen anyone like you before. In fact, he only knows Esther and me.
Where is Esther?
Oh, at home, but it's not really presentable. Anyway, you ought to sort out the electricity first.
No problem. Hopefully it's not a big deal. No one would ever expect a workshop like this under a junk heap.
Thanks. Built it all myself. I worked on it day and night. Didn't want to disrupt slate production, of course. But it was worth it. My son's an inventor, just like his old man. Here he can learn everything he'll need for later in life.
There's a lot to do. Best I get to work.
That's the spirit. You only get anywhere in this life through hard work.
I've never seen tape that wasn't useful for something. Doesn't look like the wheel got used much. Somewhere there's a lazy fat hamster. The fur would fall out right away. I need some way to attach it. I attached some double-sided tape to both the outside and the inside. Two are better than one. The fur would fall out right away. I need some way to attach it. The fur would fall out right away. I need some way to attach it. No, that would just ruin the fur and it wouldn't be fluffy and soft anymore. The fur would fall out right away. The fur would fall out right away. I need some way to attach it. I attached some double-sided tape to both the outside and the inside. Two are better than one. I'm not quite sure why, but I glued the fur onto the inside of the wheel. That might even work. Wow! You can inflate rat water skins. Who'd have thought? Okay, I'll put the balloon in the middle. Hi, Timmy.
Hi.
Ethel's an excellent cook, but a little special, isn't she?
Totally crazy.
I might have expressed that a little differently.
Her cage in the lab was just above the cauldron. Too many fumes. But she's harmless and the best alchemist around.
Ethel believes there's monsters down there, but they're only zombies and robots as far as I can see. They seem to be very nice.
Scott throws things at us when he sees us. The little robot runs away if I get too close.
Maybe I can get them to be more friendly towards you. It looks like the power supply's broken.
It's been down for 2 days.
What happened?
The same that's happening all over. Little Van Buren had some fun. We nicked electricity from the old role-play machine in the inn. The inn's not there anymore.
The inn? Not there anymore? What about Sloth and Blout?
Well, they're fine. For now. If they play along nicely and keep their heads down, they might have a chance.
Oh, bother. Nothing will happen to Remy. He's the toughest rat I know.
But he's all alone down there in that terrible hole.
Maybe. It's not all that terrible.
No one has ever dared to go down there, apart from Uncle Remy and his grandfather. That hole is evil. I wish I could have gone down there with him.
I know this isn't what you want to hear, but you know any way out of these caves?
Dozens.
Even one in my size?
No. Apart from the unreachable hole in the ceiling, of course.
That's exactly what I was afraid of. The soupy stew smells surprisingly good.
What do you mean, surprisingly? Do you want a bowl?
Well, I guess I'm kind of hungry.
One stew coming up.
This tastes fantastic.
Cooking is like alchemy, just fewer explosions.
Hey, a water wheel. Not bad. But it still needs a few blades. I'll just ask Ethel for a few more potions of stew. Thanks. If I eat another thing, I'll explode. 8 bowls on the hamster wheel. That should do. And this is the moment of truth. No problem, if you know your way around gnome physics. Hi, Gulliver.
Hello, Wilbur.
I am the master of electricity.
Excuse me?
We've got electricity again.
Really? Looking good. We're back in business. As soon as we've solved the other problem, we can finish off the batch.
There's another problem?
Bill changed his order 2 days ago. The new slates have to be fluffy and pink instead of black.
Fluffy and... So what now?
According to Bill, it's the law. Esther is already looking for a solution. Please go and ask her how she's getting on.
Okay, but once we've solved the problem, can we get out of here?
Of course. As soon as we have a solution, the batch will be ready in 2 or 3 weeks.
What?
If all goes well, I can manage 3 slates a day, 4 if I put in a night shift. A couple are pretty much finished. Bill wants 80.
I want out of here, and I don't want to wait another 3 weeks.
You can't always get what you want. Perhaps you can help me cutting the rock later. That might save 2 days.
But... Hi, you must be Esther.
Yoo-hoo!
Hi, Nate. I'm sorry if I scared you earlier. Gulliver's promised to take me to the surface with you if I help you with the delivery. He said you're making the fluffy pink covers for the slates.
Oh, I'm not ready yet. And it's not a cover. I'm trying to mix a fluffy paint.
A fluffy paint?
Yes. There are hardly any fluffy materials or furs down here. But old paint and chemicals are here in abundance.
I've never heard of fluffy paint.
Well, there are warm colours, cold colours, neon colours. Why shouldn't there also be fluffy colours?
I'm not sure if a fluffy paint is the right way.
It's the only way. We have to work with what we've got. I'm sure that a good alchemist could find the correct mixture.
Ah, I know someone who's good at alchemy.
Really? Would he help us?
I don't think so. She's actually the cook in the rats' camp.
Oh, the same old story.
The rats are lovely, and you folks are easy to get along with, too. Why don't you like each other?
Oh, it all went a bit badly wrong. We had had a long journey. We lay down in the rubbish to have a bit of a rest. At some point, I woke up and saw a rat nibbling at one of my fingers. She must have mistook me for a discarded titbit. I only realised this much later. I was very surprised and shouted very loudly.
Ew! And then?
Gulliver jumped up to defend me. In doing so, he pushed over a heap of junk that buried him as well as the leg of the fleeing rat. Gulliver was shouting wild threats out and trying to free himself from the rubbish. I went over to the little rat to try and help her. She must have took fright. She gnawed off her leg and limped away.
That's truly a tragic story.
Since then, Gulliver believes all rats have it in for us. He wants to protect me. He won't let any rat into the vicinity of our home and has forbidden Nate and myself to talk to them.
But if Ethel the cook wanted to help, would you let her?
Of course. Why not? We just mustn't tell Gulliver about it. He would never allow a rat into our house.
That's the smaller of the two problems. The larger is Ethel. Even if you find the right paint, Gulliver thinks it would still take weeks to complete the delivery.
It's hard work, and Gulliver is working as quickly as he can.
There must be a faster way to build the slates.
Nate thinks so too. That's why he built the constructor. Unfortunately, it doesn't work.
It would make things go faster.
Well, not much faster. It would still take a few hours.
Nate and Gulliver seem to have gnome blood in their veins.
No, Nate has no blood. Gulliver might have something sticky in him.
That's, not what I meant. I meant they both like to invent things.
That's right. They used to make things together, but now, because Gulliver has so much to do, he doesn't have any time for it anymore. I know, but Papa is only working hard, so he'll have more time for you later.
I think it's great what you've done for yourselves here. The workshop, this cave.
We have tried really hard, and it will do for us. A little home for a little family.
I think Gulliver sees that differently. Seems to me he's already planning for life in a palace.
He's very optimistic. I think we should be content with what we have. If you're always dreaming about the future, you miss the here and now.
Life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans.
Who said that?
I read it on someone's wall, so it must be true. Gulliver's very enthusiastic about Bill.
Yes, he thinks he will help us.
But you don't think so?
Oh, what do I know? I'm just a simple girl trying to take care of her family. But my head was chopped off just because I'm a zombie. I'm really not sure if the people in Seastone will take to us, however hard we might try.
I suggest you keep on going for now. In the meantime, I'll go and see if I can win Ethel over to our cause.
You do that.
Take care, Nate, and you have nothing to fear from us gnomes.
Yes, Nate. Wilbur is a gnome. You remember them from your book, don't you? Nate has a book about the races in Aventasia. It's his favourite. I have to read it to him every evening. Yes, a gnome.
Yes, gnomes.
Nate thinks he has at last found another inventor.
Inventor?
The book says that all gnomes love tinkering and inventing.
Oh, gnome. Esther has a collection of different paints and lacquers, but whether or not they can be used to produce the desired paint, I have absolutely no idea. An empty bottle of cognac with a little musketeer hat for a cap. It says, another one for all on the bottle. I don't like alcohol, but the cap's funny. What is it?
A map of Aventasia. Nate built it. He often likes to dream of travelling across the lands.
He's never been up there?
No, but I tell him about it every evening, and he has his books.
The map is made from old sheet metal and recycled parts. It must have taken forever. I really hope one day Nate gets a chance to visit some of these places. Esther's equipment isn't all that bad. Her main problem seems to be a lack of experience. Do you need this stand, Esther?
I don't know. Do I need it?
No idea, but I think I need it.
How do you know?
When the walkthrough says that I should take something, I do.
So does the walkthrough also say how I can mix the fluffy colour?
Of course.
Why don't we take a look?
Where would the challenge be in that?
I think you might just be taking me for a ride. Be my guest and take it. I don't need it.
A portrait painted by Esther. Could be a relation of Gulliver. This looks like scales used by some of the merchants in the market. This one's broken. One of the pans is missing. Do you want me to see if I can find a second pan for the scales, Esther?
Oh, don't. Just leave it. I'll mix the colour by eye. You're welcome to take the scales with you if you want.
Ooh, might prove useful. Thank you. Let me guess. This is one of Nate's inventions.
Of course. It makes us breakfast every morning.
It works?
Let's just say the next thing on my wish list is a machine that will clean the kitchen up after breakfast.
Pictures of Nate, I'd say. Most show trees, flowers, and clouds. An empty bird cage?
Oh, Nate often feels lonely when Gulliver and I have to work. We thought a bird might be a bit of company for him. I'm making good progress. I've already found a batwing and a few frog eyes.
Yeah. A few handfuls of sand should be enough. A small socket wrench. Nate must have used it to build the map. I'm sure he won't mind if I borrow it.
My son says you could help him with his constructor. I told him you said you weren't an inventor, but you did sort out the electricity, and Nate says all gnomes are inventors.
In theory, yes. Practically seen, I'm practically not practical at all.
But the constructor could save us a lot of time once it's up and running, and you are in a hurry, aren't you?
I could have a look. Where's the problem?
We need a strong fan belt. All the ones Nate tried so far have torn. And we need coal for the steam machine. Wood and garbage don't burn hot enough. I still can't say for sure whether the machine will actually work. Not all of Nate's inventions work at the first go.
Hey! V-belt and coal. Sounds doable.
But don't forget, we still need the fluffy paint as well.
How could I? Work never stops.
It looks like you'll have some help. Don't cause any mischief, boys.
Oh, this is a clock cuckoo's nest. They are so rare. They build their nests in human houses and disguise them as clocks. When the homeowners aren't looking, they fly around and steal cookies and other treats. Although it looks more like a replica of a cockapoo's nest. There are people who actually hang these things in their living rooms. The wrench could actually fit. It's worked! It's ticking! I'll set the hands to 12 o'clock. The bird really has seen better days since losing its feathers. I brought Nate a little bird.
Oh, that's so kind. Now we just need a thunderstorm to bring it to life.
You can do that?
You don't?
At any rate, I'm glad I could help. Hi, Ethel. Rebby's gone. He's descended into the dark hole.
Oh, he is so brave, all alone in the dark.
He's taking another big risk. I wonder if that's such a smart idea.
Oh, one of the downsides of risk is that it's risky.
I met someone who needs help. Your help, to be exact.
Some kind of burning question he needs to ask. I don't have any answers. Only more questions.
He is a she, and it's about an alchemy problem. She wants to mix up a, fluffy pink paint.
Understood. That's doable.
Doable? Then can you show her how to do it?
Yes. Monsieur de Demont always said we should help others. Where is she?
There might be a little problem.
A little problem? What?
She's just an itsy-bitsy teeny-weeny little problem.
Tinsy tiny little problem? Who is she?
She's, vivicationally challenged? Well, you know, I mean, how should I put this? She's, a zombie.
You wanted to take me into the monster's cave?
They're not monsters. Their names are Gulliver and Esther, and they don't want to hurt you. Well, we should probably stay away from Gulliver at the moment.
I'm not doing that. No chance.
The zombies want to leave their caves. Isn't that a good reason for you to help them?
I'd like the caves to be zombie-free, believe me. But I'm not going anywhere near those monsters. Cost me a leg last time. Whew.
Isn't there any way?
Well, maybe, when pigs can fly. Monsieur Demore asks me, of course. Oh, I'll do anything for Monsieur de Dumas.
He would ask you to help them, for sure.
But he hasn't, and he isn't here.
I have to be going, Ethel.
Don't let them get you, my biggin.
Timmy? I could use your help, Timmy.
And?
It's about the zombies. I can't manage it alone.
I'm supposed to help people who throw things at me. What do you get out of it? They're going to help you out of here so you can just run off?
You know Bill, the merchant? He smuggled them into the city and lowered them into this hole. Now they have to slave away for him down here to pay off their debt.
He's exploiting them. They should just stop working for him.
The zombies haven't done anything to anyone. All they want is a better life for themselves and their son.
I'm not not saying that I think it's right what Billy's doing to them.
But you won't do anything about it. Aren't you the one who said you should help others whenever you can? Here's your chance. Right here, right now.
And coincidentally, we create a way for you to get out of here, right? But at least you want to help the zombies. That's a step in the right direction.
Don't count on me taking any more steps in any direction.
That remains to be seen. Friends?
Friends.
OK, I'll help you in the zombies. And then we'll see.
I've a
And what are you going to do with it?
Esther isn't able to mix the fluffy pink paint alone. She needs Ethel's help. But Ethel won't help her unless Remy asks her to.
Uncle Remy always gives his orders face to face. And I think even Ethel would realise you aren't Uncle Remy.
Exactly. That's why I thought of you.
A disguise. But my voice is much too high-pitched.
I could do the talking for you.
That sounds like a plan that simply can't fail.
I'll attach the feather to the cap, then it'll be perfect. The cape is about the right size and colour. Put the disguise on to me. Hey, Timmy, do you think you could bring me that towel?
I don't think so. Ethel is eagle-eyed when it comes to her things.
Can you distract her so I can try?
Sure. Hi, Ethel.
Stu? Good grief, what do you look like?
Oh,
Got it!
It was nice to...
The tableware might not be the latest word in fashion, but it's perfectly fine, apart from the leftovers. Seems Ethel only has eyes in the back of her head when things go missing, not when they're brought back. Can I have some more stew?
But of course, my big un. And how's it taste?
Tastes great, but it could be a little hotter.
Ah, understood.
Is something wrong?
Sight is getting weaker and weaker. Everything is blurry and unfocused. Oh, we'll have to have a go at some youth potions again.
Let's see how good the disguise is. Try your luck. Look who's back, Ethel. It's me, Remy. Monsieur de Damas.
Monsieur de Dumas, you're back!
Yes. But only very briefly, because I have to go back.
What is lurking down there at the bottom of that frightful hole?
The hole was dug by, a giant rabbit.
Really?
Oh, yes. It leads to a completely different world with hatters, living scarecrows, and a chocolate factory.
Unbelievable.
Yes. But that's not why I'm here. I want you to help the zombies under the mountain of rubbish.
Oh. Well, is that really necessary?
The zombies are being exploited. They simply deserve better than this.
Wilbur said something to that effect as well. What do you reckon?
Remy's probably right. Exactly. Listen to Wilbur.
Okay then, what should I do?
Help the zombie woman Esther mix this fluffy paint the zombies need.
That shouldn't be a problem, as long as they don't eat me.
I can guarantee they won't.
Oh, Timmy, you're here too. Where is Monsieur de Dumas?
He's gone back down the shaft again.
Shame.
Look who I have here.
Oh, hello.
This is Ethel. Ethel, this is Esther.
Oh, hello.
I think you've already met.
I'm very sorry that my husband and I scared you so much before.
And, I'm sorry that I nibbled you a bit.
That's okay. It can happen. I like the flower in your hair. Very pretty.
Oh, thanks. I like the fact that you don't want to eat me. Wilbur said you had some kind of alchemy problem.
I'm trying to make pink paint, but it has to be fluffy.
Ah, understood. Show me what you've got.
Peace between rats and zombies. That feels pretty good. When do you think the fluffy paint will be ready?
I bet we'll be finished with this before you boys have got your slate sorted.
That's good news.
Don't tell Gulliver about it. Let's surprise him.
My lips are sealed. Ooh, another firework. I need some of the intelligent rock.
For the constructor? Of course. Help yourself.
Why build something out of wood when you can build it out of iron? That was one of my granddad's favourite sayings. That philosophy brought me iron toys, iron shoes for the garden, and lucky, my iron horse. Some boards.
No problem. I've got more than enough wood to complete the order.
I could easily reach the V-belt with the rope, but I couldn't get it down. It's hanging over some kind of hook. Stand over there, Timmy.
What are you doing?
I am working on something. Hey, Nate. Nate, can you come over for a minute? I need some extra weight. Trust me. Oof, that should do it. Ready, Timmy?
More power!
Woo, woo, woo! That's it. Ah!
Thanks.
Haha! We make a good team.
Yippee!
Ooh, another firework. Ooh, another firework. Ethel won't need this while she's with the zombies. I'll light it from the fireplace. So, that's done. Ooh, another firework. This much black powder wrapped in paper would equal a full-blown stick of dynamite, I'm sure of it. So, let's see. If I roll the gunpowder from the fireworks up in the poster, I'll have a stick of dynamite. Homemade dynamite. And it looks like I've got just the right amount of black powder. Good. That should work. I'll tie the other end off here so it doesn't fall. I'm sure I could use that to pierce a hole in the sack, but then the sand will slowly flow out. If I were to stab a hole in the bag, the sand would trickle out and land on the bongo drum. I'm not saying that wouldn't sound interesting, but it wouldn't help me much either. Absolutely not. Dwarves use long fuses to ignite an explosive charge. Those explosions can be pretty powerful, especially underground. Yes, something like that would work too. The main thing is that we're far enough away and undercover while the thing goes off. Boom. I'll just press the candle onto the crosspiece where the missing pan used to be. So... Okay, I poke a hole in the bag. Sand trickles out, it falls onto the scales, thereby pushing one side down and the other side up. Fine example of cause and effect, but how would that help? I'll just press the candle onto the crosspiece where the missing pan used to be. So, that should hold. Okay, I poke a hole in the bag, sand runs out. It falls onto the scales, pushing one side down and raising the candle on the other side. It ignites the explosive charge and boom! We have our coal. And, thanks to our ingenuity, all our fingers too. Everyone take cover! Right then, heads down, ready to fire. Ah! Now! Right now! 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 Any moment now! Nate! No! No! Nate? Nate! Don't do this to me!
We've got to do something. You have to repair him.
I can't. I'm not an engineer.
That doesn't matter. Help him.
Wait a minute. Maybe there is a way. Grandad told me about it. The best gnomish engineers pass this technology on to their students.
Do it.
Now, work. You stupid thing. Do you have a heavy wrench? That works better.
Not necessary. Nothing that can't fix himself, I'd say.
We were worried, Nate.
But then someone saved you, and someone who'd forgotten for a moment that he couldn't.
Nate!
Are you okay?
Dwarves believe coal brings happiness. I think it mostly makes for dirty fingers. Okay, guys, let's get the pile to the workshop. No, you're just fine. You can help. Phew! I'll never be a miner, that's for sure. That looks good. That's that. Now everything should work.
The constructor works?
We'll only know once we try. Come on then. All hands on board. Let's get this thing up to speed. If we can get the pointer into the green and keep it there, the machine will be running efficiently.
And how do we do that?
The good old gnome way. We just keep fiddling around with it until something happens.
All right, you're the boss.
Nate, oil. By George, I think we've got it. Keep it up.
It's beyond our wildest dreams. The slates are practically flying out of the machine. If only we had the paint too.
Here we are. Fluffy pink paint, as requested.
What's that?
That's Ethel. She's been helping me.
But isn't that...
Yes, and she's my friend. Now, clear a space there. We have to paint the tablets fluffy.
Yes, Buttercup. That's the last of them.
And that means the way to the town is open for business. Clean air, the wide sky, and Timmy's already gone ahead to organise a few chocolates as a welcome gift.
We wouldn't have managed without you, Wilbur.
The slates look fantastic. How did you manage to make them so quickly?
We all worked together, and we had the constructor. 50 slates an hour, rather than 4 a day.
50 slates? Do you know what this means? The slate business is profitable again, despite the poor price, thanks to low production costs.
Yes, I thought we might open a little factory outside the town gates. You put up the capital, and we bring the know-how. And you'd already have a factory manager, too.
I've got a better idea. You stay where you are and produce a few hundred more of these babies.
But that wasn't the deal. I promised the others I'd get them out of here.
You should never make a promise you can't keep. You've got a week. You better get cracking. Or I might just let slip you're hiding a wanted criminal down there.
Bill!
Gulliver, I'm so sorry. I never thought he could be so unfair.
He gave me his word. How can someone so rich and successful be so dishonest?
People are weird when it comes to gold.
What are we going to do? Are we going to spend the rest of our lives amongst the rubbish building things for Bill so he can live a better life?
I'm sorry, Gulliver. I really thought he would take us out of here. We need a plan. Only I just don't know where to start.
Ivo! Princess Ivo is in town.